Happy New Year. Y'all, we need to catch up. The last time I posted was August 20th, so that is insane. I didn't mean to disappear again. Hi, I'm Danny, and you can normally find me on this channel diving into TLC shows, Christian fundamentalism, and exposing family vloggers. If that sounds like something you're into, I'm excited to have you around. So I moved to Illinois at the end of July and started grad school in August. August 26th was officially my last day in the military, so I am now officially a veteran and can happily utter the words, "Fuck Donald Trump," just in case there was any confusion where I stood. Then, for September and October, I did the Disney College program. I am absolutely a Disney adult and mostly enjoyed my time there. My roommates were amazing, and the ability to basically live at Disney World was so unique and fun. I did hate my job, and the pay was by no means amazing. I ended up quitting so that I could move back home with my husband and our dog Lou, buy and move into our house, and begin pursuing YouTube full time. I also made an Instagram post yesterday sharing my goals for 2026, and they include posting at least 45 videos this year. I really want to hold myself accountable there and make this dream job a reality. All of that to say, I truly am officially going to be making videos full time. I am so incredibly excited and hope you are too. Now, let's talk about Kate Gosselin. I absolutely promise we will begin watching Kate Plus 8 soon. However, this video is going to be about all the other random interviews they did during the show and mostly during the divorce. In season 3 of their show, which was 2008, the entire family went on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Immediately, Oprah asks why they decided to have another kid after the twins.
I wanted 3.
You wanted 3?
I really wanted to know what one baby was like.
Uh-huh.
I still don't know.
You still don't know.
And why did she want just one?
To not have my time divided.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yes.
They go on to talk about how many miracles they had in the sextuplets' first few years and how many people helped hold, feed, and take care of the babies, while also donating paper towels and a bunch of other supplies and food for the family. Kate also claims there was a lot of negative thoughts about them in the community, and she accepted the Discovery Health special to try and clear all of that up.
In our community, people were saying, oh goodness, they're unemployed and they have 8 kids, and there was a lot of yuck.
I'm not sure why others being concerned about 2 people who are 27 and 29 years old, raising 6 newborns and twin 4-year-olds with 0 income is really yuck. If that was the same community who was showing up for the family and providing where they could. I mean, the show's main premise was answering the questions on how does a family of this size survive. I truly believe Kate will say anything to try and prove that this show was a good idea and to also make her seem like the victim in a lot of it. And someone had the brilliant idea to bring out all 8 kids who are 7 and 3 at the time.
What's your name?
Oh, John, stand up.
Hey, come down this way.
What's your name?
Sorry.
But Kate knows exactly what generic thing to say to move this crowd and get on their good side.
You think, I was really hard on so-and-so. I really dropped the ball there. But the great news is that tomorrow you can get up and start over.
Yeah.
Start fresh.
Also in 2008, Kate appeared on the Bonnie Hunt Show. I cannot find any clips from this episode, nor do I know if any of the other Goslins were there for it. Then, as we already know from the show, they were featured in an episode of American Chopper where John's bike was designed. This was season 6, episode 10, and honestly, it was incredibly boring. The first several minutes are filled with the kids hopping on a bike and annoyingly honking the horn. Then, as we saw in the Jon and Kate episode, Michael brings out his ventriloquism dummy to entertain the kids.
Ow! You're tearing me to pieces!
While that's happening, Paul Sr. and Jr. are talking to Jon about what he's looking for in his bike.
Whether you like it or you don't, and if you don't like it, it's
Doesn't matter.
bad, John.
And then Kate goes for a ride.
And I was kind of surprised that she said yes.
just simply because she's a control freak.
Back at the shop, Lee predicted the future of the show.
Come in this morning working on Kate and 8, Kate plus 8, something.
We see more of the classic Orange County choppers tomfoolery at the shop, and then a few days later, Michael and Paul Jr. go back to Jon and Kate's to hang out with the kids.
Jon, if you let them go during lunch, you're in trouble. Put them in their crate.
spanking.
That's where dogs belong.
I just know Kate thought that comment was so funny, but it actually would have made me incredibly uncomfortable to hear. Breaking news, dogs do not belong in crates, especially long term. But they get away from Kate too.
Yeah! Nothing says manly like deforestation.
Then the show cuts back to the shop, and we see them working on the scooter they decided to give to Kate and that she donates almost immediately.
With a little bit of luck and a nice paint job, we'll have something that's worth giving to Kate.
Also, I have to say, the clips of them riding do not look as badass as I think they feel. And it's moments like this that should have made it obvious what was coming up next with Jon and Kate.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna trade shows. I think after season 5, I'm just gonna do season 6 with OCC. Yeah, we can send Mikey to replace me. Apparently I don't do anything, and neither does he.
And then they reveal the bike.
Did you see the kids' names, Kate?
Where?
I had them put on the fender.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's it for that episode. Moving on with other interviews, here's a clip of Maddie asking for water in January 2009.
I want a drink. I'm like gonna get
Alexis, that's
dehydrated or
adorable.
something. Mom, I'm gonna get dehydrated. I haven't had
Yes,
a
me
drink
too.
all day.
That's true. Could I have a bottle? Is it their time to throw a bottle of water at me? Thanks. Great. Thank you.
Oh, you're so
Okay, all
lucky.
right. Okay. All right, got it. After this one, Judy will somehow manage to get drinks in here for you. We brought the olive garden cups. Okay, sit down, please. Sit down. We're interviewing. Be quiet.
I need it now. I have to put it back in. You're really, really mean.
Be quiet.
You drink right in front of my face.
Here. We can't right now. We're going on.
Having your child remind you that none of you have had water and then only getting it for yourself is so cruel. This clip made me feel really sad for Maddie. Also in 2009, TV Guide did a special called Jon and Kate, Is It Too Late? I'm sorry this audio is a bit crunchy.
Our church renovated their house in Wyomissing. Put a new kitchen in, did the nursery. When they had the babies, they had lots of our people coming in to help feed the babies and do the schedule.
And when their church stepped in to help remodel the Gosselin's house, Kate insisted on doing things her way.
I feel like my way is the right way.
Kate gets perhaps accused of being difficult. There were some workers that were probably not careful enough with children that small, and Kate was fairly specific. They had to be asked not to come back, and that would always offend people.
And this special does a hell of a better job addressing the concerns than TLC ever did.
My biggest concerns on Jon and Kate are for the kids. What comes next? Has anybody given that any thought? I mean, does anybody believe that children can be exposed to a massive audience like this and have no consequences?
This is a train wreck for all to see, and we are hoping and praying that whoever is in authority to investigate, to pass laws protecting children in reality TV shows.
You may have recognized that last couple from early in the show. That was Uncle Kevin and Aunt Jody. As a reminder, Kevin is Kate's brother. And that mission she is talking about is exactly what Quick Clicking Kids is working on today. Although their mission is more internet-based versus reality TV. Ultimately, their goal is to make sure children on the internet are compensated for their work and to educate and advocate for all children's privacy overall. Their website is phenomenal at not just showing the work that they have already done and advocating for more, but also providing great educational tools to help people learn about and truly grasp the dangers of this mass production of content featuring children. The website features academic studies from the University of Oklahoma, Southern Methodist University, and Northern Illinois University. You can also utilize their email templates to reach out to your local officials. If you're not already, I highly recommend following them on Instagram at quit_clicking_kids. Now back to Kevin and Jody. I found this statement very interesting.
Kate came to him a while ago with a contract stating that he can have girlfriends and that he can do his own thing, that they will live separate lives, and
they just need to
continue the show.
Now, we'll never know the truth of what happened with Jon and the third grade teacher or the plastic surgeon's daughter. We'll also never know if Kate slept with her bodyguard. If I'm honest, I don't care about the possible infidelity of this couple at all. What I care about is Kate's refusal to drop out of the public's eye during this chapter of their lives. I care that these two knew their marriage was falling apart and they knew they had an extremely popular TV show, but they carried on with it. And I hate most of all that Kate has continued to double down on saying this show and this specific chapter did not harm the kids. They completely failed at keeping up their appearance of being a healthy couple with a healthy family, and I think it's all complete bullshit. And what really annoys me is how much I just know Kate believes that doing this show was the right thing for them. I know she isn't just saying it, but truly believes it. And in 2009, Kate did an interview with Today Alone, but Jon sent in his statement.
He said, "These allegations are false and just plain hurtful. As I adjust to the attention that comes from being in the public eye, I need to be more careful and aware of who I am associating with and where I am spending my time. But the bottom line is I did not cheat on Kate. I am sorry for putting my family in this awkward position, given some poor decisions and bad judgments that I've made recently. I'm working through this difficult time with my family. My family is my top priority."
So we'll never know if either person cheated. But we do have all of the videos on how they treated each other and how they treat the kids. This is what I base my opinions of them on. Also, the excuse that they did this show because they didn't have the time to record the kids and document everything themselves is lame and dumb. Sorry. That same year, Kate did an interview on Rachel Ray because, she just absolutely hates the publicity and she does all this for the kids. And that's why she wrote 2 books and is utilizing the publicity of the tabloids to promote her books.
I am who I am. I do not care how you see me. Call me crazy, but it's out there because I'm not perfect and I will never boast that I'm perfect.
Also, in these interviews, she says that she never cared if the books didn't sell 1 copy and that she solely wrote them for the children. I'm so sorry, but that makes no sense. Why would a book you wrote for your children ever need to be on the New York Times bestsellers list? Why publish it if it's for your kids? But that wasn't enough. She also went on Larry King.
Kate, are you now sorry you did this series because you made the decision to become this celebrity?
I am not sorry because I look at life, the glass half full is my attitude, and I feel like we have learned a lot. The kids have gained a lot. We have benefited a lot. And life lessons is what you will see in our show. And this is full of life lessons.
Okay.
Life happens. And, we all have to react to what happens to us. And I choose happiness, and I choose to survive anything.
Holy Yap Fest. I think Kevin and Jody do a great job summarizing the true issue with what Jon and Kate, more specifically Kate, were doing with the show.
Kate portrays to be a super mom. Kate portrays in the show to be an incredible cook, an incredible baker, an incredible housewife. I don't think that when it comes down to daily life, she does any of those things on a regular basis.
It takes a lot of people to pull off what they're pulling off. Having people, folding your laundry, cleaning your house, doing all of your mothering jobs that all of us as mothers just do. These are not logically, when you think about it, there's no way that she could be doing all of these things and also being on book tours and writing books and speaking at churches and different places and also promoting her show.
Where it goes kind of foul is that they claim that they're still doing everything themselves. They claim that they are just the typical family that does everything themselves. But, you know, if you have help, that's great. But you can't claim that, you know, you can't take all the credit yourself.
After the season 5 episode of Jon and Kate announcing their divorce aired, Kevin and Jody spoke up again.
And honestly, I don't know where it's changed or what has happened, but TLC, I think, should be ashamed of themselves for airing the destruction of a family like this. And not only should they be ashamed of themselves, but while they're sleeping in their high thread count beds, we're having kids crying because their dad didn't get to kiss them goodnight. I mean, that's what we're going to see.
We've been encouraged. We've seen many interviews recently. Mainstream media is picking up on this, questioning, is this going to have negative effects on the children? Is this exploiting? And they've had professionals on and psychologists, and everyone is agreeing this is going to have lasting effects, negative effects on these children. And yes, they are being exploited. So we have hope that if enough people become aware of this, that everyone will do their part. And if that is turn off the TV, turn the channel, do it. And hopefully these children will be able to have their childhood again.
And honestly, the more videos I find of these two trying so hard to advocate for their nieces and nephews, the angrier I get that it's been almost 17 years and there's still so much more that needs to be done to protect these kids. I mean, they even spoke on the early show on CBS.
They're being exploited. And it's time for America to see the situation for what it really is, which is, unfortunately, there are no laws protecting children in reality TV shows. And it's time for the public to be aware of this, and that these children are very aware of the cameras in their homes. Their home is their workplace, and this is not a healthy environment for kids to be raised in.
Thank you for having a brain, Jody, and I'm sorry you were unsuccessful in getting this message through to Kate.
That's probably one of the most hurtful things in all of this, when family turns on you and makes up lies and makes allegations and makes tens of thousands of dollars doing it. You have to understand this has become a business for them, where they travel and speak online or speak on live TV shows, even reputable ones with their allegations, and essentially it's tens of thousands. It's a huge source of income for them to do this. There's almost no words how hurtful that is.
Is this a brother that you had a strained relationship with, or?
This is a brother I was very, very close to, and who became jealous and decided that they were going to take their fame and go elsewhere and make money, essentially, off of my children.
And the fact people believed Kate here absolutely baffles me. How are you trying to shame your brother for making money off of your children when, in reality, what he is doing is being one of the few actually advocating for those children? I mean, what does being on the Today Show do for the kids? Where are they as you're sitting there talking about how they're your top priority? I just don't get it. And don't get me wrong here. I think Jon made a lot of very poor decisions too. Going to the clubs and being photographed with multiple women was dumb. Looking at his DJ lifestyle today, I think this was the first time in a very long time he started doing things he enjoyed. I also think his ability to flip from this is a good thing for the kids to realizing it's exploitation and pulling out was admirable. Jon also claims he is the only one who went to therapy, and Kate refused. I'm skeptical, but I believe him. Even the way he describes his kids is more loving than we ever heard from Kate.
Kara, she's the oldest, very quiet, but she's super athletic. Maddie is the polar opposite of Kara.
It's me, Maddie.
Artsy, music, singing, dance, drama. Alexis?
Look at your mama and smile.
She is the firstborn of the 6, and she is just wild and crazy.
He's mad at you.
And then you have Hannah.
Hannah.
We call her Miss Hawaii. She's just very mothering.
I like giving kisses.
And then there is Aiden.
What do you have in your hand? Crunchy fish,
who has probably the biggest fan club on the planet. Colin.
We call him Bubba. He's the biggest.
He's the engineer of the bunch, very meticulous, very organized.
Hi, Lily. Hi, Peekaboo.
Leah, she's very cute and cunning.
I look prettier.
She would say stuff like, you can't punish me, I'm too cute. And then there's Joel, baby Joel, he's the last of the bunch.
Give me a smile. Give me a smile. Here's Mr. Flirt.
He is very complimenting. If you walked into a room, he'd be like, hey, nice shoes. Or like, you know, like 5-year-old saying, hey, nice shoes, you know.
I fully believe Kate was an abusive spouse. I believe she took a lot of Jon's identity away and did not allow him access to the things he loved. A career outside of the home, and sometimes even his own family.
She separated me from my family. I mean, she used to hold the kids over my head and say, you know, don't spend time with your mom, spend time with your kids. Why can't I spend time with my mom and my kids together? I'm not going back to that lifestyle.
I have watched so many interviews of Kate while writing this video, and she says the same thing in every single interview. Her responses are scripted, and it worked for her and made Jon look like an asshole husband because she simply chose not to answer any questions and stated it was her taking the high road for the sake of her children. There was even a time where Jon had custody of the kids that day and had hired a babysitter. Kate claimed her intuition was telling her not to let that girl watch the kids. Long story short, Kate drove over to the house that day. Somebody called the cops, and Kate was asked to leave. Super confusing why that even happened. And Kate will always claim she does everything for the kids. But as we all know, it was always about the money for Kate.
People are so funny and they say, just stop, just pull out.
Could you?
No, I could stop and I'd still have all of the flack and the lack of paycheck. Let's face it, I have to support my children.
Yes, but you don't need the mansion for them to live in. You made about $75,000 per episode. If you're not able to make all of that money work until you find yourself some income, I'm simply confused. But yeah, let's go sit down with the ladies at The View and talk about a hermaphrodite Olympian with Dr. Oz. You know, for the kids.
Is it possible that she did not know that she was a hermaphrodite?
Absolutely possible.
Now, how can you
Because
explain?
when you grow up looking the way you look, whatever that may be, that's what's normal to you.
Right.
Kate co-hosted this dumb show 3 times in 2009. But that was probably just to make sure she stayed relevant and well-liked. So when they announced the show Kate Plus 8, it'd be an immediate hit. You know, I truly was not prepared for how much content there was about the Goslins in 2009, even though I distinctly remember seeing the tabloids and watching some of the big interviews with my mom. But truly, I think making this video is killing me.
Was Jon sleeping with the nanny? Why would you hire someone who you know flirts with you? It's kind of disgusting.
Also, Kate made this insane statement on The View.
I do know that no matter what, I know within myself that, if I have to work at McDonald's, I will do what it takes to provide for my kids.
Like, okay, you're a nurse, so I'm not sure why you do that, but sure. Also, the absurd amount of paparazzi videos I have come across of the kids playing in the yard and getting off the school bus is disturbing. Jon and Kate, you were absolutely never in the right for letting your kids' childhood be documented so publicly. Also, Jon talked to the paparazzi way too much, answering their questions like they're his friends.
Do you ever think you'll get back with Kate?
No, we won't get back together.
Why not?
Because I don't want to be married to her.
You think she feels the same way?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I started diving into the drama about Jon taking money out of the bank account, but truly, I don't care anymore and know that the issue was later settled in court. And with that, we're going to leave this video there and pick back up in another video to talk about all of the random shows Kate has been in over the years. What are your thoughts on this nightmare couple? Did I miss any of your favorite drama moments during the divorce? Comment any and all opinions below, and have an amazing first week of the new year.